Hello everyone and welcome to this tutorial for my new animated Firefox theme called Kyubi. Now, due to the fact that I'm using an add-on named Theme Creator, which not only doesn't give any kind of like save or export options, but it also doesn't even give you any options to input custom color codes. So to get your theme's color to look exactly like mine, you're just gonna have to follow this exact setup, which I've actually included an image to inside the theme's archive. And so unless you're extremely precise with the colors, um, your theme is probably gonna look a bit different than mine. And so since this was the case, I thought, why shouldn't I just label all the codes inside the CSS files, all the codes that I knew what they were for, so you could actually customize this theme to your own taste. So technically you could just turn this theme to an entirely white theme if you wanted to, just by changing the colors to the codes inside the CSS files. Okay, and so let me first show you around this theme. Okay, so you can see all the tiny little things that I've customized, and then we'll start with the tutorial and I'll teach you how to apply this theme. Okay, and so the first thing that you will notice here is I've included a fix to the caption buttons for if you're using a custom theme on Windows, because if you'd probably know that when you use custom themes on Windows, they have this problem with browsers where the caption buttons don't get themed, and this theme actually has a fix for that. Okay, and then the second thing that you've definitely noticed is that I've animated the frame and the active tab. Okay, now I'm gonna teach you how to do the animations in general. Okay, so you could animate all sorts of other elements if you wanted to. Okay, but I thought the most reasonable ones were the frame and the active tab. And other things that I have done, as you can see, I've given the tabs kind of like this box shape look. I've centered the text inside them, and I've even kind of like centered the active tab. Okay, and other things that I have done, as you can see, I've changed the font to the interface. I've changed the font to my pinned top sites, and I've also changed the font that my websites use, and uh, as you can see, I'm also using an add-on that allows me to have all my websites in dark. Okay, and then I also found this really bizarre user content code from a user named Inframed on DeviantArt, and this code actually even gave me the ability to make all the options be in dark. Okay, and that code also gave me the ability to fix a lot of tiny things inside the new tab page. As you can see, uh, these top side icons seem to have like this ugly white frame around them, which prevented you from having a dark background on your new tab page. And with this code, I removed that. I've also made these a bit larger. I've removed these tiny ugly pin icons that were located here next to their text. I've also removed the ugly pin icons that were here next to these top sites that were pinned inside the URL bar drop down menu. As you can see, I've changed the color to the text. I've even changed the color of the download button. I've changed the color of the bookmark button. I've even gone as far as removing, this tiny green icon you get uh, inside your search, inside the search bar whenever you get search engine suggestions. And let me see. Yeah, I've also centered the URL bar, as you can see. and removed all the junk here. And let me see. Yeah, and the final thing I think that I've done here, I've even gone as far as changing the favicons uh, to the sites, okay, and the favicon to the new tab page. Uh, so yeah, let me see. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Okay, so with all that being said, let's dive into the tutorial and let me tell you how to apply this theme. Okay, I really wanted this theme to be kind of like a download and install, but like I said, due to the way that this theme creator plugin works, that wasn't possible. So I decided to make a tutorial. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do to apply this theme, if you have upgraded to Firefox Quantum, and let me tell you, if you haven't, you really need to, because this upgrade is really insane. This thing is just freakishly fast. You could have 1,000 tabs open here. You could have your CPU and your memory almost at max usage, and this thing doesn't lag even a bit. You could have hundreds of YouTube pages opened up, and this thing doesn't lag at all. I really don't know what Mozilla has done with this, but it's crazy. It's like working in a different universe on another PC. It's really amazing. But anyway, so if you've upgraded to Firefox Quantum, you probably know that Firefox Quantum by default uh, has disabled the ability, Mozilla in Firefox Quantum has disabled the ability for Firefox to take command, from custom CSS files. So the first thing we need to do is we need to enable that, okay? And to do that, what you're gonna do is you're gonna open a new tab and type this into it, and this will open Firefox's config, okay? And then once you're in there, you need to search for this code. Let me find the code. Where was it? Yes, you need to search for this code, okay? You need to search for this line. Once you find that line, you need to set it to true, okay? And then when you close and open your Firefox, now your Firefox is going to take command from your custom CSS files, okay? So now the next thing we need to do is we need to either locate or create a Chrome folder inside your Firefox's user profile folder. And so to do that, the first thing we need to do is we need to locate your Firefox's user profile folder. And to do that, all you need to do is you head over here to menu, okay, and then you go down to help, and then you go to troubleshooting information, okay? And once you open that up, you come down over to here to profile folder, and you click on this open folder, okay? And this will open up your Firefox's user profile, okay? And now here, you need to locate this folder named Chrome, okay? Now, if you've never applied a custom theme like this, most probably this Chrome folder won't exist for you. So all you need to do is just create this Chrome folder, okay? And then once you do that, head over inside to the folder, and then you need to extract these two files, userchrome.css and usercontent.css, from the themes archive into this folder, okay? So once you do that, just restart Firefox, and your CSS files are going to get applied, okay? So the next thing we need to do after that is you need to download the theme creator plugin, okay? Now I've left a link down in the description for you to do that. And so once you download and install it, okay, and you open it up, if you want to get your colors exactly like mine, okay, all you need to do is open up the image that I have left inside the themes archive and just follow that exactly, okay? And so you're gonna get the colors exactly like mine. But if you want to do it your own way, at first I know the interface to this add-on, might freak you out a bit because uh, it might seem really complicated, but to be honest, it's really, really simple to use, okay? So if you wanted to give a constant color to an element, okay, all you need to do is you click on this constant color, okay, and it's gonna give you one of these. And then all you need to do is you need to connect this dot to whichever element that you want to get that constant color to apply to, okay? And then you just simply set the color as you want. And now this slider here, this is really interesting. This slider here is actually the transparency, okay? So by dragging this down, you could actually do some cool stuff. Like you could, for example, make your URL bar drop down, be transparent, okay? And now for the animations, all you need to do is you gotta follow the uh, animation image that I have put inside the themes archive, okay? And then once you do that, all you need to do is just type the name of the element that you want to get animated inside these two boxes, okay? And now this is actually gonna get us to another flaw that this add-on has, and that is the fact that there seems to be like a restriction to how long of a word you could type inside these boxes. Okay, so then for an element like, for example, this tab background separator, since it's too long, it's not gonna fit inside these boxes, and so therefore you can't animate that, And I'm thinking maybe this might have been like a safety measure. Maybe some of these might have caused bugs or issues, okay? But if any of you manages to find a way around this, let me know too, because there are some of these elements that I really wouldn't hate to animate, but unfortunately I can't do that due to this restriction, okay? Now, two more things I need to explain about this add-on. One is that this animation tab, okay, but at first it has 5 rows, okay? So don't freak out if you want to add more animations. Once you connect a dot to the 5th row, this tab is automatically gonna add another row, and it's gonna keep doing that each time you connect a dot to the last row, okay? And the second thing I want to explain is these two, okay? What these two do is they kind of control the speed of the animation, okay? So if you want to change the speed of the animation, all you need to do is you need to just play around with these two numbers, okay? So now we got the interface of the theme applied, and we got the colors applied, okay? Now, so the next thing you want to do is, let me see. Yes, we want to now center the URL bar, okay? Because that's not done with the CSS files. And to do that, all you need to do is, again, you open up the menu and you go down to customize, okay? And as you see here, all these icons on the toolbar, including the URL bar and the search bar, are draggable. And so to center this, all you need to do is you either just add some of these flexible spaces up here until you feel like it's centered, or you could just add a few icons here and then some of these flexible spaces, and just do it the way you want it. And then another really cool thing here is this overflow menu, okay? So if there's some add-ons that you want to have access to, but you don't want their ugly icons to be up here, just drag them inside this overflow menu, okay? And then you're just gonna have them here whenever you want to, and they're not on your toolbar all the time, okay? So we got the interface, we got the colors, and we centered the URL bar. And now the last thing we want to do is we want to change the font that the websites use, okay? And so to do that, again, head over to menu and then go inside the options, okay? And inside the options, under language and appearances, you can set the font to whatever font you want to, okay? Now, the font I'm using for everything inside this theme is this font called Oxanium, okay? And I've included a link to it inside the description, okay? And then once you set your font here, another thing that you'd want to do is head over to this advanced options, okay? And you want to uncheck this, allow pages to choose their own fonts, okay? So what this does, if this is checked, what this does is that some websites are just gonna follow the font that they want, no matter what font you have set to, inside your options, okay? So if you want all the websites to follow your font, uncheck this box. Now I have to say that this might, create some issues with some websites, like for example, Google font uh, won't launch up and crashes for me when I uncheck this box. So if you see a site having problems, you could just check this whenever you want to enter it, and then come here and uncheck this after you're done. Okay. So with that done, now we have the font set to your websites, and then another thing that you want to do, if you want to get a dark theme on all your websites too, you're gonna have to download an add-on from the store, and the add-on that I'm using here is an add-on called Dark Reader. Okay, this is a really simple add-on. It has a lot of options, but all I do is I just toggle it on, and you can have all your websites in dark. That it might look a bit weird on some websites and might have issues, but for the most part, it's been working pretty fine for me, okay? And then let me see, what else would we want to do? Yeah, okay. Now, another thing, if you want to do is to change the favicons to your websites, okay? Now, for the new tab, the favicon for the new tab is set inside this the CSS file, okay? And I've labeled it, okay? So just search inside the CSS file, and if you want to change this, just change the link with your own link, with the link that you want inside the CSS files, okay? But for the other websites, what I'm using is this add-on called Favicon Switcher, okay? And now this add-on is really simple to use, but for me it had, like this weird issue where the favicons just wouldn't get applied for my pinned top sites, okay? But anyways, what you need to do to change your favicons with this plugin, it's really simple. You open it up, you enter the URL of the site that you want to change the favicon to, and you're going to click this upload image, and it's going to open up a new Windows. And then again, inside that, you click upload image, and you choose the image that you want from your computer. And it's that simple. It's going to change the favicon to that website, and all the other websites that start with that website, okay, with the link of that website. And so yeah, but if you run into the issue where your top sites, your pinned top sites don't get the icon to them doesn't change, one thing that I found might work is just move around your top sites a bit, okay? And that might get them fixed. But I don't know, it's really weird. Over time, they just seem to get fixed by themselves, okay? Now, as for where to download good favicons, the site that I'm using is this really cool site called icons8.com, okay? And now in this website, once you search for the icon that you want, set the styles to Windows 10, okay? And now this website has a really, really cool feature, where if it gives you the option to actually customize the icon, so you could change the color to whatever color you want, and then you can just simply download it and use it with the favicon switcher add-on, okay? And So that's for the favicons. And then the last thing that I'd want to explain is if you want to change the image to your pin top sites. Okay, now I'm using custom images that I edited myself, and since I actually downloaded these images from the internet and then just changed the color to them in Photoshop, I don't think it would be appropriate for me to upload them. It would probably be kind of like stealing. But anyways, I really doubt any of you would be wanting to use the exact same images that I'm using here anyways. But to make these, it's really simple. Like, say for example, you want to make an icon for YouTube. Okay, all you need to do is uh, go to Google Images and search for YouTube icon black and white. Okay, and then once you find the image that you like, open it up in an app like, for example, Firefox, and just change the color to a darker color of your taste. Okay, and then once you do that, you need to upload that image to a website. And there's a lot of free image uploading websites. Just upload the image that you created to a website, and then all you need to do is you click this three dot icon and you head over to edit. Okay, and so here you set the title, and then you set the URL, and then you just paste the URL of the image, okay, that you created down here in this box, and then you click save. Okay, and now sometimes when you do that the first time, this might turn into a white image. Okay, and if that happens, just do this a second time and click save, and that's gonna fix that. Okay, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it for all the things you need to do to get this theme applied. Okay, and just one last thing that I want to say is that if you want to customize this theme to your own taste, okay, Firefox has this pretty cool feature, this remote debugger. Okay, and with this feature, you could actually see some of the changes that you make to the CSS files, get applied without having to restart your browser. Okay, and so this is really cool. And so to enable that, all you need to do is on Windows, now I don't know the shortcut to this on Mac, but on Windows, all you need to do is you need to hold down Control Shift and press I. Okay, this is gonna open up the debugger. Okay, and then you click this three dot icon and you head over to settings, and what you want to do here is you want to enable these two options. Okay, you want to enable the enable browser Chrome and add-on debugging toolboxes, and enable the remote debugging. Okay, and so once you do that, close this up, and this time you're gonna hold Control Shift and Alt and press I. Okay, and once you do that, you're gonna get this message, and you're gonna click on OK. Okay, and now this will open up on my second monitor. So let me switch to my second monitor. Okay, so as you can see, this is gonna open up this Windows, and then in this Windows, all you need to do, you head over to Style Editor, and then click on this icon, this import icon, and then you're gonna choose the CSS file that you want to edit. Okay, and it's gonna open it up here, and then every change that you make here, you're gonna see it instantly on inside your browser without having to close it and open it up. Now I have to tell you, while a lot of changes get applied instantly using this debugger, some of the really serious changes that you make, you're still gonna have to restart your browser. Okay, but it's still a really useful tool. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Okay, so I hope you like and enjoy this theme, and please do let me know if you find any kind of bugs or issues with it, and also let me know if you think there are still any kind of cool features that I could implement into it, because I would love to make another version of it probably in the future. And also, if you like this tutorial, You can also subscribe to my channel. I'm actually working on this huge Windows 10 customization tutorial. For a few months now, I've been trying to get Windows 10 to look as perfect as it possibly could, and I'm working on making a tutorial for it. As you can see already here, I've changed all my icons, my taskbar icons, for example, with this unison white icon. I've even gone as far as, changing all my tray icons, and I've done all sorts of ridiculous customizations to probably every single place that I thought I could possibly, customize in the most perfect way that I think it was possible. And so if you're interested in that, you could subscribe to my channel and you'd get notified when that comes out. And it's probably gonna come out pretty soon. And so yeah, again, I hope you like the theme, and I hope you have a good day.